When you look at the transition from the high school game to the college game, what do you think is the biggest challenge within that? And kind of rolling off of that, is there part of that challenge that you almost look forward to?
I think the biggest challenge is just going to be like the difference in the pace of the game. Cause like for me, my high school court is like the same size as a college court. So I'm kind of used to like the distance and everything like that. But just having a shot clock is going to make the game go a lot faster. But I'm actually very excited for that because like there's times where we'll be playing a team and we'll be up by like 4 in like the second quarter and they're already starting to stall. So it's like, it'll be nice to have that shot clock to speed up the game and keep it like competitive the whole game.
What has this recruiting process been like for you, and what kind of things enabled you to eventually solidify that ICC would be the place to be in the end?
The recruiting process was kind of crazy because I really didn't have any clue what I wanted in a school. Like I just knew that I was going to go somewhere in the chiropractic field when I was done with school. And I didn't know if I wanted to go to a 2-year school or 4-year school. I really didn't know. So the more I started talking to coaches, the more I realized that I wanted to go to a 2-year school because it just seemed like it was the best fit for me at the time. And then I narrowed down my 2-year schools and I went and visited ICC, and it was just like as soon as I was on campus, I knew talking to the coaches, and I came home and I talked to my parents and I was like, yeah, I need to commit.
You talked a little bit about your parents there. What people, maybe them included, do you think have kind of meant the most to you in terms of this recruiting process, whether it be just general support or kind of bouncing ideas and thoughts off of each other in terms of trying to make that final decision?
My family definitely helped a lot, but I have 2 older sisters, and neither of them played sports in college. So like this is kind of uncharted territory for our family. So I found a lot of support through like my high school coach helped a lot in getting my name out there. And I even talked to my volleyball coach about some of the stuff because she played college sports, and just like talking to anybody who I thought would have the resources just so I could be as knowledgeable as possible in making my decision and getting everybody's advice. And it was my oldest sister, Katie, thought about playing golf in college, so she had some sort of idea on like talking to coaches and stuff. So that also helped. My family did help a lot.
Obviously, no team's going to be able to click as soon as you all step on campus, whenever that may end up being. So, is that kind of talking about challenges that you look forward to? Is that a challenge that you almost look forward to in terms of trying to build that chemistry down the road over the course of a season?
Yeah, I love making new friendships. I consider myself sort of an outgoing person, so I've been like I know I've been talking to a couple of the girls through like Twitter or Snapchat and stuff, and I'm excited to get to like actually meet them in person and get to see how they are on the court and play with them and mesh. Because like that was one of my favorite parts about AAU is just having like different girls. Like even every year there was a couple different girls on the team, so just learning how to make those connections when you're not, like even in that case I don't see them that frequently.
For school ball, I may add, on multiple occasions, you got to play against fellow signee Kayla Gordon. What was that like over the times that you played against her? And was there any point during the recruiting process where you both realized that going to the same school is a possibility, and how much did that weigh in?
She was always one of the players that like I loved playing against because I liked playing against her whole team because they were just like a good sportsmanship team and everything. And so before ICC was even in the picture for either of us, like sophomore junior year, I love playing against her. And then whenever the first game we played them in season, I didn't know that they were recruiting her, but Coach Rediker was at that game and she was talking to me about it, and I had no like problem with that at all because she's awesome to play against. And like I never guarded her obviously because she's way too quick and way too small, but my even like the point guard on my team, she said that like she's one of the favorite girls to play against, and she's just so like calm. It was fun. It's like fun to watch her play even after my season was done. Me and a couple of my teammates went and watched like her games. She's
The
just fun to
pandemic
watch.
the pandemic has obviously limited pretty much all of us. How have you tried to get through this both academically and athletically?
Academically, I have really had to push myself to do my work because I am in all advanced placement classes basically, or like dual credit or something. So I've had a lot of work and it's hard to like make myself do it, but I've been trying to keep a good schedule. So like every day I wake up and I do my work, and then um, and try and do everything at the same time so that it's kind of more like school. And then athletically, I've just been like forcing myself to like remember that I need to go out and do stuff. So I've been running every day, and we actually just got rid of my basketball hoop because I had access to a gym whenever I wanted. And so I'd rather be inside in a gym than outside. So now I have to like go to my neighbor's house or something because all the parks are closed. But just finding a way to get out there and get touches on a basketball and finding new ways, even if I don't have a hoop, to improve.
What are you looking forward to the most? You talk about building these friendships, these connections to the team. What aspect, again, provided it happens on a somewhat normal of a timeline, what has you most anxious to eventually come on campus in East Peoria?
I think just kind of the whole living alone is going to be, or like living without my parents, it's going to be a big step, but I'm excited. And through this quarantine and everything, I've been learning how to cook better. So that'll be good. And it's just, the whole being independent is going to be different for sure, but I'm excited for the new endeavor.
I'm sure you've probably, whether it be over social media or actually in person, kind of crafted some sort of a message to the Collinsville fan base. But for those that might be watching this, what would kind of be your message to them in terms of as you get ready to enter this new chapter of your playing career?
I would love to say thank you to everybody, because no matter who it is, like everybody in the Collinsville community are the most supportive people ever. Like, even if they didn't have a direct impact on like my success, but everybody, like even when I like committed on Twitter, like you see so many people that haven't talked to since like grade school, like fourth grade, and they're commenting on my stuff. It's just cool to see. And my coaches have done amazing things for me and just made me such a better person and helps me get where I am. So I don't know what I would do without them.
Kind of semi piggybacking off of that, turning to the ICC fan base that'll be watching this, what would you tell them that you feel you can bring to the program, both as a player and perhaps as a person as well?
As a person, I think I definitely have a positive attitude most of the time, and I'm always willing to work as hard as I possibly can to be the best because I'm very competitive. And as a player, I like pride myself on my leadership abilities, and that's always because I started playing varsity as a sophomore, and so I stepped in, and we were a really young team, and nobody really knew what to do. So the first 3 games, I kind of had to take charge, and then unfortunately I got hurt, but I helped to set the tone with a couple of the other girls, and just being able to like step up no matter like what age group or who I'm around and just lead the people around me.
Well, Kristyn, I'll let you go here. Thanks for taking the time to talk. I know it's kind of a weird time for all of us. So, once again, thanks for taking the time to talk.